Hi, SP Fam! Isa ba kayo sa mga curious tungkol sa adoption at gustong malaman kung ano ang proseso para paghandaan ang legal na adoption? Joining us is Chrina Cuna-Henson, Smart Parenting Board of Experts, and adoption and foster care advocate who's ready to answer your question.
I want to have a child and I've been trying, but I don't think I can adopt. Why should I consider adoption? Well, first of all, I think in understanding how adoption works and really what that really is, we need to start by setting the groundwork and agreeing that adoption is just one of the ways that you can build your family. Just the way you would consider having a biological child, families can also consider growing their families through adoption. I don't think that adoption should be considered as a plan B. I think that for a family who wants to adopt, they should do so because they see the beauty of it. They believe that a child who comes to them through adoption is no less precious than a biological child. You can love both of them equally. You can love both of them the same. It's just the only difference is how they came into your lives.
I agree. Hindi lang plan B ang adoption. It is a genuine choice filled with love and meaning for building your family.
Will adopting a child cost me anything? Yes, the simple answer is yes. Just like birthing a biological child would cost you something. The process of adoption does have costs around it. However, there is good news because the new domestic adoption law in the Philippines has actually made it somewhat more affordable because it's done away with the legal process in which you would have to engage a lawyer. And so it's less costly and more accessible now. However, the truth is there are costs involved.
Kung dati maraming naka-experience ng mahaba at mahal na proseso, ngayon mas efficient at accessible na ang legal adoption.
Only one of us wants to adopt. What do we do? Well, I would never encourage a couple to enter into this unless they were in full agreement that adoption was right for their family. My encouragement would be to seek the advice of families who have adopted, get to hear their stories as a way of maybe continuing this conversation. But definitely, I would never encourage a family to rush into it if only one person was fully decided that this was right.
Tama. Dapat fully on board at fully committed ang parehong magulang sa legal adoption because it comes with a lot of responsibilities like everything in parenting.
What choices will I get to make during the adoption process? First is the age of the child that you'd like to adopt or the age range of the child that you'd like to adopt. Second is gender. And third is your openness to special need. Just want to touch on this a little bit because sometimes we think that special need relates to just medical issues and medical concerns, but actually it's much broader in the context of adoption. And so I would encourage you to have a conversation with your social worker so that you could be more specific about which special needs or concerns around the child history you might be open to and which ones you feel you're not equipped to handle.
Wow! I never realized there are so many choices involved in the adoption process.
How do I know that I'm ready for adoption? Well, the answer is most of the time you don't. It's something that you walk into in spite of the questions that you might have. But what's really important is that you come to the place where you know you're fully convinced that this is something you want to do. Where you understand that I'm not simply trying to fill the voids in my life or my desires for a child with this child through adoption, but I'm actually open to giving my family, giving parents to a child. And I think that simple mindset shift indicates that our hearts are in the right place to welcome a child into our lives through adoption.
The bottom line is it's very important for both parents to be fully committed to the process and ready to welcome a child into their life. And that's it for today's video. If you have any more questions for the Smart Parenting Board of Experts, just comment them down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!